In the first episode of How to Become a Better Techno Producer, I talked about how analyzing your favorite tracks will help you discover what makes a track great. In this episode, we'll actually analyze a Charlotte De Witte style track, so stay tuned. Hi, this is Frederick from the techno label Detroit, Berlin. If you want to be notified when upcoming videos get published, please subscribe and hit that bell button. So, in order to give you full insight into a Charlotte De Witte style track, we took one of our best-selling tracks apart, and based on that blueprint, one of our main artists built a new track with comparable arrangement, structure and dynamics. In this video we'll take a look at the project file in Ableton Live and tell you how we fully analyzed the track. First of all, we imported the original track into our DAW. The visual rendering of the track's waveform gave us instant insight into the biggest changes in dynamics. Especially the placement of the kick is instantly recognizable. Then we took a piece of paper and per layer, kick, bass, percussion, synths, etc., we wrote down where in the track these elements are situated. I call this the rough layout of the track, because there's still a lot of information missing. One of the easiest next steps is to find out where volume automation takes place, be it fading in, out, or just gradual gain changes. Not only the volume automation, but also automation of filtering, be it low pass, high pass, or band pass filtering, creates track dynamics. Then there are the effects like delays, reverbs, and distortion. Like the sound design, you can't just put some sounds in there and expect it to sound great. Every sound is carefully sculptured and fits together. This will make or break a track. Here we are, the original track. There's some dynamics going on. So I'm going to minimize these two spaces. And then here is actually the track itself, based on the blueprint of the Charlotte De Witte track. As you can see, where the kicks starts at around bar 25. The kick will start, it will stop for a brief moment, and then it will pick up again until the break. Then we have a 24 bar break, and then some kicks until bar 161, 16 bar break, and then we have the rest of the track with some little things happening just to keep everything fresh. I'll just start the track and we'll have a look at it. So we start with the vocals. Like you can see, this automation data, it's rising in pitch, and then it will drop down in pitch just to keep everything fresh, and not really like a dynamic, but it just is way more interesting than keeping everything at the same pitch. This pitch is also not at 100% dry wet signal, but it's less. It's more of 85%. So it's always mixed with the original pitch of the vocal. Then we'll go take a look at the volume information, and that's building up like you see in our wave shape. Slight drops here and there, just to keep everything balanced. And again here towards the end the vocal is building up. In the break everything is building up. So this is what the vocal is all about. It's one word. It's very simple, but this track is all about simpleness. The kick, it's a 4 to the floor beat throughout. The hi-hats just 16. Some offbeat hi-hats, 909s. Some adjusted hi-hats. Here are cymbals. It's a loop we put in, and here and there are some chords. These chords, nothing happening automation wise because they're just chords, and they're not like the ambient track. The ambient track is always there, and then it's really necessary to put some automation on top of it, because otherwise it will just sound sterile. So the ambient track, some track volume automation. We have another layer, and ping pong delay just to create a few effects, but especially in the beginning, because otherwise it will muddy up everything else. So white noise, we use the white noise to give some more tension to the vocals, to the building of the snares and the claves, and then it drops after a high-pass filter took care of the low frequencies during the build. Then some added hi-hats. We will have a little break with claps right here, and then the other hi-hats will start. This is all very basic, but it works, especially in a club environment. This track will certainly keep everyone moving. The vocals, the pitch will fade in, so pitch will all become slightly higher pitched and higher pitched and higher pitched, and this will create not only dynamics, but it will create tension that we will enhance by fading in some white noise. On top of this we have again the claves and the snare. Again we are now in a break. This is a 16 bar break, and the tension is building and building throughout this break. Most variation will come from the effects on the vocals, from the automation, and every now and then the very simple hi-hats, the very simple kick will add some slight variation at the end of those segments, and it will keep the track kind of fresh. So overall it's always fading in, building up, fading in, and every time it's quite dense and dense. It will drop and it will shift in dynamics, again fading in. So if we conclude this process, if we analyze the track dynamics, it's all about a rise in tension. Every 16, 24, 32 bars there's a rise in tension, then the track drops, and then elements come in to create tension again and again. And now we're close to the end of the track, where there's just not too much going on, no more tension to be built, just to make it a little bit more gentle for DJs to mix in another track. So let's take a look at perhaps the break and what's right in front of the break. So the tension is rising. Then there are some elements just going on to keep the drive in the track. Otherwise, when the same thing would happen without those things going on, it would just be very boring. So all the atmosphere we have here, it just is away. So therefore we have some elements just going through the break, and they only fade out or stop towards the end of this break. So we can start building again. Because if we add elements, we can't keep on adding, because if we keep those and add on top of those, at the end of the track we would have one continuous sound. If we have too many layers going on at the same time, it would be too much. So always rising in tension, some filtering, some rests, and this keeps the track fresh throughout. If you have any questions about this topic, please put them in the comment section below. More production tips will follow soon, so if you're new to the channel, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.